Hey, everybody, we're live here on Facebook, and I'm just so pleased to bring to you once again Jeff Ackerman. I apologize. Last week our video didn't turn out so well, so we're going to redo this for you all. We're going to add some stuff. So if you watched last week's and you want to learn more, I encourage you to watch. We are going to be talking about some amazing things today. This stuff will change your life, I guarantee you. So welcome, Jeff. Thanks for joining me again.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We've known each other for quite some time, and we're both very, very passionate about health. We're both entrepreneurs. We test a lot of things out. And so I feel blessed that I got to know Jeff. We got to know each other through our kids' hockey program. And we were talking about how plants can actually help our bodies more than medications. So that's how we started our conversation, right?
Yeah, we're both looking for the same thing, how to be healthy, younger, longer.
Exactly.
And that's what everybody wants, isn't it?
So, and to do it naturally.
Absolutely.
So that's the big key. So many of these things out there that are offered to us, we were just talking about hormone replacement, are not natural, right? And the body will see those as an invader, right, Jeff?
That's right. You cannot fool the immune system. It says, is this self or non-self? And you're not going to fool it. No matter what they call it, the immune system knows who you are. That's it. Bottom line.
Right. And the coolest thing is if we give our body the building blocks that it needs, it can heal itself. It can take care of so many things. And Jeff has, he has an amazing, background with the company we're going to talk about. And he's seen a lot of people's blood results. So he's seen the change that can happen when the body is given the natural components that it needs. Right, Jeff?
Exactly. You can't. The blood is irrefutable. When you see markers in the blood getting better, your organs, your markers for cancer antigens being normal, your lipid panels, your thyroid panels, kidneys, when you see these numbers getting better, the body's got better health. There's no way to refute blood. When you go into the hospital and you have something major going on, you're passing out and things are happening, the first thing they do is look at your blood because they're trying to figure out exactly what's happening. And so it's really nice to have a technology through food, plants, that we can actually track through blood work. That's never been done in the vitamin and nutritional world, where you can actually see the health of the organs getting better. And that is the key to anti-aging and age reversal.
That's right. And so today we're going to talk about two products that I actually use and Jeff used. I've been using this one for a very long time. It's called Liquid Gold RX. And this one is a new one called iHeRQles. And so the newest technology, iHeRQles, is what, we're all very, very excited about. But this is transformational in itself. And the cool thing about is this is the base. And this is the same thing with some extra in it, right? So this one has the ability to actually reverse age.
That's right.
Believe it or not. You're probably saying, wait, no way, you can't reverse age. Well, yeah, we have actually blood tests that show you can reverse your age. Jeff, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so there's a lab out there, one of the founders of this lab, it's actually telyears.com. She won the Nobel Prize in Science, proving telomeres at the end of the DNA code is what actually determines your true age on the inside. So if you think of it like a shoestring, you get a brand new shoestring, you get that nice little cap on the end of it. Well, over time, that cap slowly reduces and then it frays and then you're dead. So that determines your true age. So if you can lengthen that telomere at the end of the DNA code, that is your true age on the inside. So if you want to live healthier longer, you want to keep that long. And we're the only company on the planet that is not reversing by 2 or 3 years, but 20, 25, 30 years age reversal, documented. We've had over 1,500 people actually send blood work to this lab. And they're like LabCorp. All they do is test your blood and tell you your biological age through a DNA test that's government accredited. And so we're the only ones on the planet with it. So it's extremely exciting. Like you said, we started out with the liquid gold. when it's all about cleaning out the microcirculation in the body, because over time, as we eat food and we're exposed to chemicals, these toxins build up in the body and it closes the microcirculation. That's why you have heart disease, cancers, every kind of disease. It's all linked to this contamination, which causes chronic inflammation in the vascular system. So by cleaning out the microcirculation, your body operates at an optimal level. Well, when that's clean, now your body produces new cells with longer telomeres. So we can reverse the age. And what does that really mean? It means doing the things that you did 10 and 20 years ago. Like I play football on a flag football team, and we travel around the country and compete against kids in their 20s. And my recovery time is like it was when I was in my 20s, and I'm working out in the gym again like I used to do. I'm doing the things that I love to do. So it could be hiking, or, you're a professional skier, getting back out skiing and snowboarding and doing the things that you loved, to do that made your life a quality life. And so that's what we're really talking about.
Yeah, it's interesting because I've hit my 50s and beyond, and I'm starting to feel like, okay, yeah, I'm feeling different in my muscle tone. I'm feeling it's all related to hormones. My memory started like suffering a little bit. My eyesight starts getting worse. Those kind of things. And then of course stress doesn't help, right? Stress is actually oxidative, so it actually hurts our cells. And I just love the fact that I can, do something where all I have to do is spray something in my mouth 15 minutes before I eat. And I just know that I'm supporting my body, all those building blocks for healthy blood flow. And the cool thing is, like I told you all, that I actually, it's been about over a year that I did blood tests before and after. So I had a 6-month period of time where I actually reversed some pretty scary things. And I won't mention exactly what, because I don't want to make any claims. But, if you're up to wanting to actually really see what happens in your blood, you can do the blood test before and after. And it's just amazing. I mean, all these markers that were out of line within 6 weeks came right into alignment for me. And I thought I was going to have to do some pretty tough stuff, and I didn't have to do it. So I'm so grateful.
Absolutely.
I'm so grateful. And I mean, after that, it's like, I will never go off of this stuff. I'll always do my maintenance dose. In fact, I'm actually upping that right now with the iHeRQles, because I had been on just the liquid gold, and I'm going to do the iHeRQles pretty heavily for the next 3 months, and then just see where I'm at, and then maybe go on that maintenance dose. So I'm a believer, and many other people that Jeff and I have dealt with are believers in this because they've seen the actual results. So Jeff, can you tell them just a little bit about what's in it and the ingredients and how it kind of came to be?
Yeah, I'll give you a background of really where this came from. So back in the 70s, there was an elite team put together of scientists from over in Europe. And the reason they were put together was because the wealthiest people on the planet, they wanted to build a better fort in the body. They had over 400 years of research on plants and how plants affect the body. And they wanted to give the body what it needed so that for themselves and their families, they could live longer and healthier. And obviously, they were very interested in reversing age. So they put this elite team together, and they gave them over 400 years of research on plants. Well, there was about 210 plants that they originally give the science team. The science team narrowed that down to the top 10% of those, or 20% of those plants. From that point forward, they started looking at the leaf of the plant, the stalk of the plant, and the root of the plant, because they said, when we sit down to eat food, what is the body really looking for? Because obviously it doesn't use the entire plant. And what they found was they could recognize the top 80 to 120 extracts from each plant. These are the most important to your life. And so this extraction process that they developed, this model, and then using computer technology, they put these extracts in combinations. So we're talking about like celery, black cherry, garlic, anise, the best foods for the body that the body sees the quickest and utilize the fastest. Well, what does the body use food for? It makes blood out of food. And so they know that raw, natural, and varied is how you make the best blood. You don't just eat carrots and get the best blood. So through these models that they created, with the extraction process and putting these extracts back together, they now know the quickest way to produce healthy blood. Life is in the blood. The healthier your blood, the healthier you are. And so the reason this was done is because the European people experienced many horrific things in history: the Black Plague, Spanish flu, World War I, where they used chemical weapons on people. So they understood that viruses, pathogens, and chemicals are the three major things that are going to kill you in your life. And that's never going to change. But if you can get the right food to produce healthier blood, you can build a better fort. Because if you do research, you'll find out your immune system's designed to beat cancers on a daily basis, to get rid of viruses, to do all these things. And your immune system builds memory cells. So once it's beat something, it doesn't come back. See, that's the key to you living younger, longer. And so once the microcirculation becomes clean from your body producing this healthy blood, now the body has the ability to produce baby cells with longer telomeres. So your aging is much healthier longer, and that's the key to your quality of life. So that's where this has all come from. And I mean, you can even research on the Black Plague. They said that the Franciscan monks actually saved the Pope of the time due to this same technology. They were very close to finding out what this team has discovered. And so they attribute that, the Pope, being alive because of that. So it's all about, in real time, how quickly your body can remove stagnant waste. See, when we eat food with poisons or when we come in contact with these things, there is a natural phenomenon that happens with the immune system. The little microcirculation that touches your cells, that allows blood to hit the cell, that closes. Because if anything gets to the cell, it will kill it. Even if it's a synthetic, it's treated as a poison. Well, over time, that builds up stagnant waste. That triggers inflammation in the vascular system. And we all know chronic inflammation is the number one reason why people go down the wrong path. So if your body can remove these things in real time, you are going to have better health. And so I've had the privilege of working with this team for 5 years and seeing through blood work how people's numbers get better by your own body cleaning the stagnant waste out. And so that's why it's so remarkable now that we have, with liquid gold, we couldn't talk about disease. We couldn't talk about these types of things. We could only talk about testimonials and be vague, with it. But now we have a government accredited lab that has documented that we can reverse age. And the only way you can reverse age is if your body's producing new cells. There's no other technology that's going to make you reverse age. Your body has to make new healthy cells. And so it's all about the body doing the work.
I tell you, this is just, it's amazing. I never I've heard this a lot, obviously, because I've heard Jeff speak and also the owner of the company speak. And it just never, I just love to hear it over and over again because it's like, whoa, this is like one of those things, you look up in the sky and you watch airplanes, right? And you're like, how the heck do they fly? Isn't just a miracle that these big, heavy things stay up in the sky, right? Well, this is another one of those things. This is huge. This is going to change everything.
It is.
For people.
It's going to really change.
If you can create those healthy cells and that healthy blood flow in your body, the world, the sky's the limit, right? You can't get anything better than that.
Absolutely.
Because you're allowing, and of course, I believe in a higher power. You're allowing the body that you were given from our higher power to actually work the way it was meant to work.
That's right.
And to avoid all these terrible things that our world, the technology and, just as we have advanced have created, the pollution, the way they do, grow and harvest food, it's all polluted, right? So our bodies are constantly being bombarded, stress, food, water, everything, air, a lot of air, everything. Right? So all these things that we take in, our bodies are having to constantly combat that, right? So that's why we get age. It's oxidative, right? It kills our cells. And there's a lot of things out there, you can take and to help that, to make it better. But there's nothing like this, is there, Jeff?
There isn't, because, I worked with natural doctors for 20 years, and I was always down this path of, you got to eat organic food, and you've got to, drink alkaline water, and, you can use things like colloidal silver and things to fight off, different things. But what I didn't understand was all of these things are nothing compared to the ability of the immune system. Your body can correct itself much more efficiently and more targeted than any outside influence. And I mean, I've seen technologies that are pretty good, but nothing compares to the body. Just like with nutrition, for example, whenever I see a problem in somebody's blood, we actually have markers that show us the inconsistency of the size of your red blood cell. If that's not a perfect consistency, you have problems. And every person that we look at that has issues in the blood, that size is off. It might be too big or too large, too small, but it's always inconsistent. Well, when that marker gets to where it's all consistent and being produced correctly, now that cell can transport nutrition to your cells more efficiently. So if you're spending money on vitamins and nutritional and all these supplements that we've been told that we need to take because it's lacking in the food, it's not making a difference. We spend $75 billion a year on these types of things, but the health statistics continue to get worse. Why is that? It's because none of these things help your body produce red blood cells better. So when you give the body the right food that's not contaminated, like we're talking about with liquid gold and iHeRQles, now the body's producing those red blood cells correctly. So when you do eat food, you're getting more of the nutrients and more transport to the cells. That is the number one key to your health. If you can't get the body to produce better cells, you're never going to get better long term.
It's amazing. And the other thing I would like to point out is that what they've created cannot be copied. You had told me once that the Chinese tried to copy it and they are not able to. It's just too complicated because, and people ask me, am I going to be allergic to this? I'm allergic to this or that, and so I guess those kind of things go together, Jeff, in terms of how it's made and what's in it in terms of the actual part of the plant.
You want to think of it like this: when we extract even like a vitamin from a plant and we make that in a petri dish, that is in vitro, and this is how the vitamin and supplement world works. It's not living. When you eat a plant that grows in the soil, that plant absorbs the nutrition from the soil, your vitamins and your minerals in the perfect amounts, and that's easily absorbed into the body. The body understands it. That is called in vivo. We are 30 to 40 years ahead of any team on the planet, just developing the platform of understanding the best parts of these plants. And these best parts are exactly what the body's looking for. So you can't be allergic to it. There's no allergens, no adverse effects from this. But beyond that, they had to figure out how to put it back together so the body saw it as food in vivo. Guys, they aren't going to have this technology. It's 1 in 150 million different variables that they've created. When you have unlimited resources, unlimited studies from 400 years and all the money that you need, now you have the ability with supercomputers to do these types of things. And they've been doing it since the 70s. It's only been available to the public for the last year and a half. And that's only because a good friend of mine actually married into the family. Otherwise, we wouldn't have access to this. This team, the science team, works at a very high level. They're part of the Longitude Prize, which is, antibiotics don't work anymore. And so they have to make a change because it's contagious. And they're expecting that by the year 2050, we could lose 100 million people a year with these superbugs in all these hospitals. So there's a prize that's been put out. And out of the top 200 science teams already working within government, and not marketing teams that are making products to sell. These are real science teams trying to make humanity live longer. Out of these teams, we're the only ones that have the ability to give this to the body so the body can do all the work and fix this. So they're calling it the new antibiotics. It's all made with plants, natural, no synthetics, no bioidentical, which is not you. That's not you. It's bioidentical. No. Your body is biologics. It has to understand it. It has to make sense. It has to be plants.
And Jeff, so the actual extracts, they're the chemical components of the plant. So you're not getting the actual plant proteins, which is usually where you have an allergic reaction, is my understanding.
Well, what it is it's the extracts that your body's looking for to have an enzymatic reaction. We have enzymes in our body. So when extracts enter the body at the quantum level, millions of reactions happen. It's like an explosion of energy. We all understand that the more energy output inside the body, the healthier the body is. So a lot of people have compared this to a conventional bomb versus the atomic bomb. The conventional bomb has enough power to release to blow up, a block, whereas the atomic bomb can blow up the entire city. So the difference in energy release is really what we're talking about. Regular nutrition that can do a little bit, but then you've got this type of technology where the energy release is so incredible that your body can do amazing things with that. And so that's what we have as a difference. So there's no adverse effects. This is the way the body was designed to do it.
It's just remarkable. And what I also think is remarkable is the fact that, when I first met you, Jeff, they were creating this for people, very wealthy people. So
Right.
When I asked you about it, I'm like, well, I really want that, for my husband and I. And he's like, you have $30,000.
Yeah.
I'm like, no. So what I think is remarkable as well is that they have made this so that everyday people can afford it. And I love the way that they have made the company so that it actually is very streamlined. There's not a lot of overhead or whatever. They're just trying to get this to the people,
Right.
which I believe is just, it's amazing.
Yeah. And it's great that you touched on that because like you said, the average person doesn't have $30,000 to reverse their age. So they created a business model where it's a referral based program. You need to do 12 bottles. The most efficient way is $5.98 for the first 9 bottles. Then you order 1 bottle a month for $79. And in 4 months, you've got enough bottles to do the full regimen. And then as a maintenance, you do just 1 bottle a month. So in the beginning, it's 4 sprays, 15 minutes before you eat breakfast, 15 minutes before you eat lunch, and 15 minutes before you eat dinner. And you do that for 4 months. And then after that, you do 4 sprays just once a day as a maintenance to keep the microcirculation open and hold the age results. And so it's affordable. Now, if you can't afford that, we have another package for $2.99 where you can get the first 4 bottles, and then you can upgrade for $3.49 and get the additional 5 bottles to get that 9-pack. And then again, you're doing 1 bottle a month. Well, if you can only afford 1 bottle a month, it'll take you 12 months, but you can upgrade it at any time. And with the referral program, if you refer just 2 people that do 1 bottle a month, you get a $45 credit voucher towards your monthly bottle. So it's affordable for everyone. Otherwise, guys, people wouldn't have the money to do this type of technology. And so it's really incredible. We're blessed to have this opportunity to actually be able to share it with people we know and love and reverse age and do the things that you love to do when you were younger: hiking, biking, horseback riding, skiing, whatever it is, spending more time with your family and having that quality of life that we all, want to have.
Yeah, I would have to say, because I'm a health person, right? I'm a health coach. I'm a Pilates teacher. I've been in the health business. I started selling supplements for a very well-known natural company in my 20s. So I've been in this business for a long time now.
Yeah.
I'm in my 50s, right? So if I was to have just a small amount of money to invest in one thing in my health, this would be it.
Absolutely.
Because this is the baseline. All right. This is where we have to get it right. Right. If we don't have this, then all that other stuff we're doing, we're throwing those vitamins in our body. We're buying organic food. We're paying for gym, memberships, whatever you're doing, which is not bad, but you have to really concentrate your resources where they matter most, especially for some of those of us who've been hit by COVID, right? All the businesses going down and whatever.
Absolutely.
But if we don't have our health, oh my gosh,
you don't have anything.
Right? You don't have anything. So that's why I'm very passionate about bringing this. And I don't bring a lot of products to my community because I don't want to be seen as a product pusher, but I am passionate about this because I have seen results from myself and my husband and other people I've referred it to. And Jeff has seen so many. So I just feel like I have a responsibility to share this with everybody. And I'm always open for, discussions, questions, whatever, via Facebook, via text, via phone, whatever you want. And Jeff, I noticed too.
Yes,
so if
absolutely.
you want to get more information, we can get on a 3-way call. We actually have 800 numbers you can call and you actually get a recording that gives you more information. We have twice a week, I think now, right?
Yeah, every Monday and every Thursday at 7 p.m. You can call in and you can listen to the call. with actually the owners on there speaking about this technology. And we do several calls, throughout the week. But you can get a hold of Betsy, and we can get you all the information that you need so you can make an informed decision and be a part of the anti-aging line.
Right. Yeah, I know. I mean,
reverse the age.
This is really about getting the information.
Absolutely.
We are not like high pressure sales thing. That's not us. And it's really just about helping people be well. And so I encourage you to reach out to me, reach out to Jeff. And because we want to help everybody, as many people as we can, be the healthiest. And especially now with COVID, and there's a lot of us that are very unsure about, if we get this vaccine, if it's going to work, is it going to make us sicker? Is it going to help us if the virus changes? But if you support your body and your immune system, you're gonna have like armor, right?
That's right. That's what we're talking about. Your immune system is the only thing that is going to kill a virus. It's the only thing that's going to kill pathogens. Keep your cancer markers in check. Only the immune system. And so, the theory behind a vaccine is to introduce a little bit of the virus so your body builds up that immunity and those memory cells so you don't catch it when you become exposed. Well, if your immune system is already operating at an optimal level, that's the best that you can have. So that's the key to the living longer, healthier.
Yeah, and it sure has given me a lot of confidence. And I actually think that my family and I had the COVID last year.
Yeah, we all had it
in January and February.
It was very mild for my family because we're all on this technology.
Yeah.
But yeah, we all had it.
Yeah, and it was. I just know that it helped me.
Absolutely,
for sure. And then of course, you all know that I'm a very big user of essential oils, and those help me as well. So using these natural techniques and things are just phenomenal to support our health. So I encourage you all to reach out to us. You can make a comment in the comment box. I check that. You can message me through Facebook, Betsy Blanford Walker. And you can always email me at betsywalkerwellness@gmail.com. That's betsywalkerwellness@gmail.com. So there's no way, you can get a hold of me. I'm easy to get a hold of me. I have so many profiles out here. And so
be a part of the family.
Yeah.
We welcome you.
and we welcome everybody, and we want to just educate and support people. So that's what we're out here for. Thank you, Jeff,
thank you so much. Great to see you again.
And I look forward to the next chat we do.
Absolutely.
We're going to do more of these because
I
think we need to get this information out. So we'll touch a little bit differently in every call, a little bit different information, some the same. So
definitely.
All right. Have a great day, everybody.
Thanks, guys.